This is Mr. Dietrich. Hypocrisy and Power. Hypocrisy, the act of pretending to have qualities, beliefs, or principles that one does not actually possess. People who say they believe in something, but when push comes to shove, they bend, they break, they change their views to get what they want, to get power. This drives people crazy. Here's two classic current examples. On the left, we have pro-choice activists who say the government cannot tell us what to do with our body. If we want to have an abortion, we can. But at the same time, they also believe, hypocritically, that the government can tell them what to do with their body by forcing and mandating vaccines. On the right side, we have people who say the government can't tell me what to do with my body. They cannot force me to inject myself with a vaccine. But at the same time, they believe the government should outlaw abortions and tell women what to do with their bodies. Hypocrites everywhere. Hypocrisy drives students crazy. It drives politically active adults crazy. But it really shouldn't. We'll get to that in a second. Here's another example of hypocrisy. The government, being hypocrites, says you must maintain 6 feet distance so that we don't spread a virus. But it's okay if you're protesting. What? That doesn't make sense. The belief is that you have to be 6 feet apart. There isn't an exception because of some sort of political situation. Hypocrisy. It's maddening. But don't let it drive you mad. You just need to start understanding the rules of the game. First of all, hypocrisy exists because some people just can't stand up, stick to their values and beliefs. They can't do it. It's hard. Life is tough. They may believe in something, but they find themselves in a tough situation. Some people just won't. They're more than willing to bend values, to bend the rules in their own favor for their own power. The red one, probably one you need to worry about, or the one you want to take advantage of. In the movie, No Country for Old Men, 2 hitmen are in a basic standoff. There's a hitman that's a very, very bad guy that never follows the rules. And then there's a hitman who, for the most part, plays by the rules, has high character, follows a code of ethics. The bad guy kills the guy that was good and had a code of ethics, had rules, had standards, had values. But before he does, he says to him, if the rule you followed brought you to this, of what use was the rule? You followed the rules. You stuck to your values. You stuck to your beliefs. And you get to die. And you lose. The winner is the one who's willing to do anything to break the rules, doesn't care about hypocrisy, only cares about power and winning. Winning is all that matters. It's not hypocrisy and power. It's hypocrisy is power. Rules and values are for losers. I value wins, says Bill Belichick. And that's not really a quote by his, but it probably could be a quote by his. When it's all said and done, no one's going to remember all the times that Bill Belichick and the Patriots cheated. They might kind of, but what's going to be the majority of the conversation? The Super Bowl wins, the championships. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to win? Oh, you're not? Well, others are, so they're going to win. Is it unfortunate? Yes, this is life. Life is not fair. Here you go. Need convincing? Bill Belichick not doing it for you? How about Thomas Jefferson? One of our founding fathers, idolized by people on both sides of the political spectrum. He purchased the Louisiana Territory, led to massive major growth for America. Huge deal. A great deal. Got it real cheap. Great thing for growing this nation to the great nation that it is. Here's the problem with that Louisiana purchase. Bought it from Napoleon. That's not really a problem. Napoleon a bad guy? Maybe. But that's not the situation. The situation is that his beliefs and values were that he believed in limited government, small government. It could not do whatever it wanted to do. He believed in a strict interpretation of the Constitution and argued with Alexander Hamilton about this. If it's not in the Constitution, you can't do it. Well, guess what's not in the Constitution? The power, the authority to purchase land. It's not there. Thus, Jefferson couldn't do it, right? Because he stuck to his values. He stuck to his beliefs. He wasn't a hypocrite. He bought Louisiana. He did it anyway. Is he a hypocrite? Is he a founding father? Did he make the right choice? Did he choose power over character? These choices are made all the time between winners and losers. It is unfortunate. Sure, maybe in a perfect world, we only bend the rules a little bit occasionally. But then there's going to be someone who bends it a little bit more, and then another that bends it a little bit more. Hypocrisy is power, folks. Is this Marxism? Yes, Marxism sees the world through the lens of power, power, power. The dialectic. Life is a series of power struggles. History is nothing but power struggles. Oppressed versus oppressor. What are you willing to do to get power? Who has power? Who doesn't have power? It's not about character, values, beliefs. Let's take, for example, a game of Monopoly. When you play a game of Monopoly, are you playing a game of Monopoly to demonstrate your character, to demonstrate your beliefs in this game? Let's say the game of life. Are you determined to just play the game all the right way so that people respect you and that you show moral integrity? Or do you play the game to win? Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Follow all the rules, do all the right things, very respectable. But guess who isn't? Everyone else on that board. They're playing to win. They're playing for keeps. They're not playing to demonstrate I am the best fun guy at playing the game. They want to win. So you can follow all the rules, but everybody else is cheating. Those are the facts. One of the people on that board stealing money. One of the people is skipping spots. One of the people didn't pay when they're supposed to pay. One of the people is working with another person you didn't notice because they want to win. They're willing to bend their values, their beliefs, their character to win the game. And you can follow the rules all you want, but you're going to follow them right into bankruptcy and monopoly. And the person who sees the game through power dynamics, who doesn't care about hypocrisy, understands how to win the game because the purpose is to win the game, they're going to win the game. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. 200 wins for Richard Petty in NASCAR. You don't think that he manipulated the rules, broke rules constantly with his cars to have an advantage, a competitive advantage over the rest of the field? His last win at Daytona, that big number 200 in front of Ronald Reagan, was with an extremely illegal engine. That's the facts, folks. But no one sits here and talks about Richard Petty being the biggest hypocrite of all time. They talk about him as one of the greatest race car drivers of all time. That's the way the world works. Get used to hypocrisy. Fade to black.